Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to Crypto Chat UK. Just want to talk about and go through a couple of articles on Ripple XRP. Now, I know there's a bit of contention out there with the purists about Ripple XRP and whether it's actually a decentralized product, etc. I might be a little bit biased because not only am I invested, but I do quite a bit of research on it. I do look into it. I do love what it's done so far and what it looks like it's going to do in the future. This is something that's got use cases that are being applied across the board, and the banks are into it in a big way. It's almost kind of like the banks may even be kind of forced into using XRP simply because it's such a good, fast and efficient product for the services they use worldwide. And I think it's very important that we look into that and we look at them cases. So apart from the little bit of contention, I definitely think this is a product to invest in. Like I said before, don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor, so you look at this yourself, do your own research, and make sure you're happy to go in with it, of course. Let's have a look. Let's start. I've got my coffee anyway, so we can keep going. I'm going to have a quick slurp of that. Now, let's have a look at a couple of things here. So, newsbtc.com. This is an article from them from this morning, early hours of this morning. It mentions Ripple price analysts broke key resistance, could test 34 cents. So, Ripple price formed a decent support near the 32 cents level and climbed higher against the US dollar. There was a break above a major bearish trend line with resistance at 32.4 cents on the hourly chart. The pair is moving higher and it seems like it could test the 34 cents level. So there is a resistance level of about 34.5 cents. Okay, so I don't know, it might get a little bit of a drop now. We'll see what happens. But I do think it will very easily, if not very soon, certainly in the future, easily break these resistance levels and higher ones too. If you want to have a look at that article, have a look. It's actually News BTC. There's a lot more info. If you can scroll down, you can have a look. There's a lot more info in there. But let's have a look at this one from Smarterium. Now, it talks about the Ripple price prediction, etc. But the main thing I was looking at was, if I scroll down, sorry about this, I thought I had it in the right position, but let's go down, is this, I'm nearly there I think, is the Ripple price prediction in 10 years. So Ripple's 10-year prediction, okay. After a down period recently, Ripple's value is starting to go up again. This may be your last chance to buy on the cheap. Now, I think that's very true. I think the price that you're getting now may have a few drops soon, but there will be a thing of the past. We're probably going to get some solid investment in the future, bigger adoption rates and stuff like that, and these kind of bottoms and these kind of low prices will just not exist anymore. So I'm going to buy some more. I'm invested heavily in it anyway. I'm very bullish on it. I am going to actually invest more in it and buy any type of low. So experts agree upon the notion that, given the network's popularity, the well-built platform, the worldwide invested interest, and penetration in the media and mainstream society, Ripple is bound to grow in the short, medium, and long term. I agree with all that. The product itself, the actual platform, it is built well, and the development is amazing. The team doing this is fantastic. But for starters, pundits continually say that the possibility of Ripple ending 2018 at a value nearing $10 is very much attainable. To be honest, I don't really think $10 is attainable by the end of this year. I don't know. I might be proven wrong. Okay. In the past, I always believed that Ripple couldn't really ever be worth more than $10, but certainly not by the end of 2018. You may see the figure and may think that it's not a lot. Now, I do think $10 is a lot. It's great gains for me and great gains for anybody who goes in now, depending on how much they put in. But it's still going to be huge gains. But what they're saying is, consider that it's currently at less than $1. That would be more than 10 times. Yes, a lot more than 10 times. It's actually more than 20 times, right? $10. You reach $10 now, it's a lot more than 20 times its actual price. Imagine how much money could be made with high volume investments. Yes, you can make huge money there. Now, what they do go on to say is, based on current projections, most people within the business agree that Ripple's value can go up to the $200 to $300 range in 10 years. Like I said before, I wasn't sure $100, $200, and $300 was attainable for Ripple, mainly because of its basically quantity. Okay, its actual supply, the quantity is quite high Can't remember what it is now. I'd have to go through it. But in 10 years, yes, definitely within 10 years, probably less, $200, $300. I could definitely see that occurring. I could definitely see $10 within the next year. Probably not at the end of the year. Hopefully I'm proved wrong. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. There might be a lot of bullish movement in the future. Good solid investment, long-term investment. I am really looking for that, and I'm looking for more to do with that. Now, Smarterium, this article here says a lot more. It talks about Ripple, discusses more things about price appreciation, and lots more. It tells you about what the product is, gives you some data and some technical info. I won't go through that with you today, but if you want to look at that, that's smarterium.com. Okay. Want to talk about a couple of little things, and then we'll have a look at the market, a brief look at the market, see what's been going on. Coinbase is one thing. This was an article from earlier this month, August the 3rd. It talks about Coinbase finalizes plans to list Ethereum Classic. Now, this is what I want to discuss with you. Obviously, at the moment, Coinbase has got, obviously, Ethereum Classic now. It's all up and running. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So it's got them 5 on there. Fantastic. Now, Coinbase, there is, people who complain about certain fees and so forth like that. But I think it's a brilliant, superb, user-friendly platform that's great for people. Now, more is going to be released in the future with Coinbase, with Ethos, with other products via gateways and so forth, payment cards. The more stuff that's more user-friendly for the general person on a daily basis, the more that happens, the better, of course. Coinbase stuff is going anywhere. They're taking the time developing and bringing stuff in. So they're making sure they're getting it right as far as I'm concerned. They do not want to jump on board or have things jump on board on their platform and make any mistakes. So I think they're being very, very careful, and I think that's really important. Good, solid, easy to use, user-friendly platform that I think we need. So I don't think Coinbase is going anywhere. I don't believe, like other people think, Ethos is a Coinbase killer. I don't believe that. Ethos has got its place, and I think as development goes, they're going to become even more and more competitive, and I'm really looking forward to that. But I certainly think at the moment, certainly Coinbase is great, and their development, fantastic. Imagine this. Imagine if XRP gets put on Coinbase. It's very popular. It must be a dream for quite a lot of cryptos to get on there. XRP gets on there, much easier to purchase, much easier for the general public to get involved with, and I believe that would certainly make it grow a lot more. I could see by next year Ripple XRP being on Coinbase. Might be the year after, but I can really see it being on there. So just picture that. Imagine that happening. It'd be very, very good for the future, and you will then no longer see them bottoms of 30 odd cents as far as I'm concerned. Brief chat about if you are going to trade. Well, it's handy to know anyway, even if you're not day trading. But have a look at the RSI index. Definitely look at the RSI, Relative Strength Indicator, if you don't know anything about it yet. So the Relative Strength Index, developed by J. Wells Wilder, is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements. Traditionally, the RSI is considered overbought when above 70 and oversold when below 30. Signals can be generated by looking for divergence and failure swings. RSI can also be used to identify the general trend. So it's a really good tool. Now, obviously, you should use, if you are going to day trade, this and other tools. Okay, there's a lot out there, Fibonacci principle, the Elliott wave, and so forth. There's a lot of stuff you can use like that. I don't day trade, but I do look at the relative strength index quite a bit. Obviously, when it's overbought, it is time to sell. Okay, and when it's oversold, it's time to buy. If people are overselling, it's time to buy. If people are, if people are overselling, it's time to buy. If it's being overbought, then it is time to sell. Of course it is. That's where you're going to make the product. I tend to hold because I'm looking at a very much longer term strategy. Anyway, look at relative strength index, RSI. Have a look at that. Something really to get information. It's very simple. One of the simplest tools you can use. Okay, have a quick look at the market now. We'll just refresh this. We are looking at probably all greens almost. 217 billion, currently the market cap. 24-hour volume, 10 billion. And the Bitcoin dominance still on 53%. I think it went a bit over 54%, 53.3%. As the altcoins rally at some stage, obviously that goes down a bit. I'm hoping that we kind of stick at a high level of Bitcoin dominance. I do like that to be key to the crypto market. Okay, but as you can see, it's a lot of greens going on here. XRP, like we discussed, is just under 33 cents. Definitely look at buying some more of this at some point. Okay, there might be a little drop soon, and perhaps even better buying in time. But I'm definitely going to buy some. This is going to be in the dollars in the future, as far as I'm concerned. Bitcoin, like you see, at $6,700. But if you look at the growth here, there is some small percentage increases. IOTA, I'm quite heavily in IOTA, so that's up 14%. 10% on VeChain. I'm not that into VeChain. I have got some VeChain, but not that into it, to be fair. And a couple of losses there, 17% for Nano. That's doing well anyway. I think Nano is going to be fantastic. So hopefully, guys, if you have a look through, don't forget that's coinmarketcap.com, so have a look at that. If you do want to look at the other articles again, don't forget that's NewsBTC. If you want to look at that more thoroughly. And also smarterium.com, that's for the other article. Hopefully, I can bring you some more information very soon. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you like this video and it gives you some useful information, please hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Let me know what you think. Anything else you want me to look at or cover, also let me know that. Also, if you have subscribed and you haven't hit the notification bell, definitely do that. I keep forgetting to mention that, so definitely do that. But hopefully I'll speak to you soon, guys. And that's me out.